Hi everybody, Kim and Angus from Phurfix Kennels. Just making a quick video for you. I've spread out all of my first aid equipment that I travel with, and I wanted to give you a quick breakdown of some of the things that I find extremely useful when we're out on the road at shows and also out camping with the dogs. First thing I recommend is some type of natural flea and tick repellent. This is Wondercide. I also have a product called Tropiclean Natural Flea and Tick Dog and Bed Spray. This is clove, lemongrass, cedarwood, and cinnamon. There's also these. They're a wipe, and it is going to repel fleas, ticks, eggs, mosquitoes. It's for dogs and for cats. The reason I like using these particular products is because the flea doesn't have to land on the dog and bite them in order to absorb the neurotoxins from any of the topicals or the ingested flea and tick products, or the neurotoxic side effects that are potential from Seresto collars. So those are my go-to products for fleas and ticks when I'm on the road. We also have this, which is an insect shield, and it actually works like a snood. You slip it over the dog's head. I spray that with the repellents, and then we are good to go. The next thing I found is Simply Saline nasal spray. Again, I found this because of Siren and her cleft palate, but I have now included it in my first aid kit, my travel kit as well. And it actually just, you push down on that and it mists saline, and that could clear a dog's nose if it, sniffs the grass and inhales something, bugs, etc. That would wash out their nose. Talking of washes, I have my eye wash selection here. This is for dry, crusty eyes. This is just an irrigating eye wash from Walgreens, and this is an antimicrobial eye wash that I picked up from Tractor Supply. So any type of goop coming out of their eyes, that's what we're going to go to. Next, I have my isopropyl alcohol. You can get it in the container like this, which you would normally see. I prefer it in a spray, and if the dog is getting too hot, you can actually spray that on their pads or their stomach, and that would be an easy way to induce evaporative cooling and cool the dog down while you run to an emergency clinic. I also carry Toxaban. It is charcoal kaolin suspension, and it is good if the dog ingests something you don't know what it is. Best to make them vomit. You can do that using this product. I have this in all of my my home, my car, and here in the RV with us just in case. Got this off of Amazon. You can also induce vomiting using peroxide, and again, this is a 3% peroxide solution. You can give a teaspoon of that to a small dog, larger amounts to a larger dog, and usually it will induce vomiting within just a few moments, and so you can get out whatever it is they ingested. You can also use it on wounds. Next up is the chlorhexidine, and this is what the bottle looks like when you get it from Rite Aid. This I buy from Tractor Supply in a gallon container, so I'll just refill that. And chlorhexidine, it's a 4% solution, and I'm going to use that on cuts and abrasions, things like that. Hot spots can happen at any time, and so Gold Bond is the go-to for hot spots. I also like using tea tree. This is tea tree and chamomile, and so that's very soothing for itchy, irritated skin hot spots. Again, hydrocortisone is going to solve the itch. You're going to be careful where you use a hydrocortisone cream because you don't want the dog to lick it. This is a product that I found called True Leaf. It is oil of oregano. There's a lot of really good antibacterial effects from oregano. So I have used this on myself and used it on the dogs and gotten really nice responses from any type of wounds that might give you trouble. Colloidal silver is another go-to. It's an immune support. It's bioactive silver. And so you can take this internally or you could use it externally. Again, antibacterial properties. Silver honey, a product I just found. This is from Absorbine, and this I got from Tractor Supply. It is a combination of silver and honey and works really, really well at any of the hot spots or any type of deep wounds that you want to heal from the inside out. I also have a fungicide for ringworm. Again, Tractor Supply, my best friend, for dogs, cats, horses, cattle, sheep, and goats. And this would be a good thing to have around if you start to see any type of itching and that typical ringworm pattern that you would be familiar with. All right, now we're going to get more into the nutritional type supplements and medications. I always travel with probiotic. Dog starts to have any type of issues with their bowel, and they're going to get some of that probiotic or kefir, or I've got Benebac here that I used with the puppies. So there's still quite a bit left in this to be used up. I have Nutristat, which is basically a paste. If the dog goes off their food and isn't eating, it is a high calorie supplement. And this was stored for a long time, so this needs to be replaced. As always, you should check the dates on your supplies and switch them out as frequently as possible. This is for dogs and cats. It's basically Caro syrup, but there's enough nutrients in this for a daily supply if the dog just takes a tablespoon. So if you want to get, nutrition into a dog quickly, Nutristat or NutriCal is one way to do it. If you have a dog that's crashing from hypoglycemia and you can't find Nutristat or NutriCal, you just go to the grocery store and you get decorating gel. I would prefer it not be in colors, but this is all I could find at the time, and so this is always in my bag in case the dog is getting hypoglycemic. Good old kaolin and pectin is next on our lovely things to do. If your dog has an upset stomach, you can buy just the regular product from the store. It's pretty much the same. I prefer kaolin and pectin. Again, this is in a Alfredo jar, a teaspoon for a small dog, a tablespoon for a larger dog. It's kaolin and pectin from Tractor Supply by the gallon. It is really good for diarrhea, upset stomach, those kind of things. While we're talking about that, if you're out camping and you come across dandelion root, you can use dandelion, feed that to the dog, or make it into a tea and use that for the dog for upset stomach. And plantain. This is a weed you're all probably familiar with. It's in everybody's driveway around the world. People spend a lot of money trying to get rid of it. You can use this for mosquito bites. You can use it internally for any type of digestive upset. Simethicone. This is the children's Milacon for gas. We use it a lot in puppies, not as much in the larger dogs, but if you've got a dog that has, a lot of gas and some kind of issue that you want to treat, it's always good to have in your armor. Here is children's Benadryl. Again, if the dog gets itchy, you can use all kinds of other things, but children's Benadryl works best. I've got decaffeinated green tea. It has a lot of phytonutrients, etc. And so I like to make sure that the dogs are getting lots of it. I will put this into ice cube trays and give the dog ice cubes, green tea ice cubes. And that is really good to have in your armor. Slippery elm and marshmallow root are again for dogs with an upset stomach. The slippery elm will help with a cough as well. Marshmallow root will as well. So kennel cough, any of those kind of things, slippery elm or marshmallow tea is going to be my go-to. Talking about an itchy dog, that is where I would use nettle leaf. You could make a tea from these little bags, and again, you can make ice cubes, etc. And just, make a hot water, put this in for a couple of minutes, and then give that to the dog. It is nature's Benadryl. You don't need to buy anything chemical. Ashwagandha, if the dog is not settling in, this is known from the human standpoint as nature's Xanax. So if I've got a dog that is not settling into a routine or not traveling well, again, ashwagandha is going to be my go-to there. I also have 5 milligram melatonin. If you get the dog sleeping well, or, take a break, get it to sleep, take the stress away from the dog. Baby wipes, you always need baby wipes. And the other thing that is in my kit, this is Best Shots spray solution. It actually has a sunscreen built into it. So if we're going to be out in the sun for a long period of time, I'm going to spray that on my dogs to keep them from burning, keep their black coats looking good. So all of this fits into a milk crate, and the milk crate is always with us when we travel. So I hope this helps you guys. If you've got any questions on where I can source things, just send me a message. All right, Angus, say goodnight. Thanks, guys.